Hello, my hearties. A very good morning to you. It's just me, Scottie McClue, and I thought I'd pop up and say hi to every single one of you, see what's actually happening. It's Saturday morning. Nothing gets past me. The 5th of August, as I say. I'm right on it. And it's 9:43. So in a couple of minutes, it'll be 9:45 on Saturday morning, UK time. We always give you UK time, you see, because you're watching throughout the world. And I know that in America, you could be 6 hours behind us. I know in Australia, it could be 9:45 at night. Max has just joined us, which is excellent. We love that. Thank you very much, Max. And just watch that boom up. Fantastic. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And also, we're live on the YouTube channel as well. Totally unannounced. So it'll be amazing to see who finds us. And when you find us, tell us where you're watching from. Good morning, Scotty, says the Ayrshire Chick. Good morning, Ayrshire Chick. And good morning, Frank. Frank McElroy, a wonderful man, always comes and pays us a visit when we pop up live and says hi. What are you doing today, Lewis? I have got a list the length of your arm. Well, I don't know how long your arm is, but I would imagine it's similar to mine. So I've got a list, and I have to get on with that as soon as we are done here. But we're not going to be done here for some time. There's a lot's happening. Mr. Martin says, I found you. You found me, Mr. Martin. You are clever. Yes, I'll tell you, there's a lot more to you than meets the eye. I'll go on YouTube, says Ayrshire Chick. Yes, do you know where it is, Ayrshire Chick? It's just Scottie McClue, the world's top talk show. Scottie McClue, the world's top talk show. Fantastic. That's not too bad, is it? I can't tell you. There we are. It looks like we've got a goal. Now, I didn't set it up. What is it? Sunglasses. Yes, something's got up there, a couple of hundred sunglasses, unless somebody else put it up. That might have been what happened. How amazing is that? But get subscribing on the YouTube, guys. Is the YouTube clearer than the TikTok? I need all this information. Everything you can give me. Fantastic. I'll pin this goal. Yes, it's sunglasses. 200 sunglasses. There we are. Woo! And then the light won't be so bright in my eyes. There's Shan. Shan says, hi, Scotty. Hi, Shan. How lovely to have you with us. And DINKY-DOO. The numbers are just through the roof there, guys. Tremendous stuff. Never scroll, never troll. You're watching Scottie McClue, hashtag float high, the first lord of the internet. Good picture on the YouTube, says Mr. Martin. Is it all right, Mr. Martin? We're going to get there. When we go back on the radio, we'll need to strengthen all the internet stuff as well. Found you, Law. Your voice hasn't changed in 20 years. Ayrshire Chick. Is that not amazing? Because I have had quite a 20 years, I can tell you. There we are. A lot of it wonderful. But we bumped into one bad person. Apart from that, everything has been just DINKY-DOO, I say to you. There we are. I'm glad the old voice hasn't changed. Do you know, it's so funny because I go into shops and immediately go, Scottie McClue. And I say, how do you know this? Off the radio. I knew you from the radio. I said, I haven't been on the radio for some time. I go, well, I knew that was you. Just find the YouTube easier than TikTok, says Chris. I understand, Chris, yes, and it's there for you. But we need to get the numbers up on the YouTube for some strange reason. And it's not the content. Everybody loves the content. I think just not enough people know about it. So if you can get the message out there, if you can subscribe, tap the bell for your notifications, then you'll know when we're going live, and tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 about Scottie McClue live on TikTok and YouTube just for you, saying DINKY-DOO. Saturday morning, Saturday, the 5th of August. And that gnome has just got the #1 gifter badge. Thank you for my gift of sunglasses. You are very, very kind. Do they cost a fortune? I tell you. Now, who have we got? That was Great Days. Oh, Ayrshire Chick, was that not Great Days? Do you know there's never, ever been a chat show or a talk show on radio that has beaten Scottie McClue? There's never, ever been a talk show that's as popular. I get the figures for a lot of the other shows. And dearie me, when you think we had 250,000 people listening every half hour, and I spoke to somebody very senior in the media, and I said, if I went on tonight, would the audience come back? He went, instant. So there you have it. So we are going back on the radio, but it might take a month or two. You're very welcome, says the gnome. No, you're very kind. You're very kind, gnome. I tell you that. Now, what have we got here? Yes, excellent. People are finding us. We like that. We could maybe share. Could we share? Oh no, maybe I better not, in case we lose you all. Hello from Dundee, Leo. I'm starving. I'm having a pear. What about that for breakfast? Now we've got Dundee has joined us. We love that. Please, will you put your album back up? We love it, but we can't get it anywhere. Yes, we'll put up a Dance with Your Granny and Your Auntie Fanny right across the floor. When you get to the other side, shut the door. Yes, that's it. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, and we start the dance. 2 to the left and 2 to the right. I have to say, your dancing's excellent. Now, always a pleasure to catch up here, Scottie, but from Monday back to work 5 a.m., Frank, because you are a master baker. Am I correct? Or am I 100% right? I miss your late night radio shows, says CFC. CFC, we miss doing them for you and for the rest of the nation. But the one that's coming up, if you thought Scott FM was big, this is big. If you thought Nation Radio was big, this is big. If you thought Real Radio was big, this is big. If you thought Talk Radio was big, this is big. So once we get started, Scottie, I hope you're staying hydrated. Have a great day. Molly, as you speak, my dear, I shall rehydrate. Guys, that is lush. I hope you're well, Scottie. Scottie, hello, sir. Hello, Addy. DINKY-DOO. Lovely to have you all with us. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Tell us where you're watching from, guys. That's very important as well. Many scholars have predicted Glasgow University. Oh, no. Let the scholar predict you're talking about the world's finest university. So there we have it. You always get a wee bit of that. 101%, Scottie. Thank you, Frank. Have a lovely, lovely day. And back to work on Monday. I will be getting back to the coalface very soon, of course. Does the radio job pay well, Scottie? Well, it depends what you mean pay well, Mr. Martin. If you can get yourself the minimum wage, then you're doing very well. Is this your real accent, Hannah? This is not an accent, my dear. This is the way I speak. It's called a Glasgow accent. Good morning, Scottie, for the granite city, pal. Fit like Alex. Who's your doors this morning? Are you chuffing awa, Luna? Are you chuffing awa, just? Aye, that's it. Are you hearing some batteries this morning, or are you at the softies? I think you should spill a beans, Alec. Again, so there we go. And what have we got here? The same accent as William Wallace. Yes, we know what happened to him, so I maybe better change it. Go, aye, all right, pal. Pure heavy, bro. Morning from Inverurie. We love Inverurie, Shane. I was up there recently and saw your new bypass road. And you're not going out Inverurie, Old Meldrum, that kind of way. Fidice. Auchinleck, Ayrshire Chick is in Auchinleck, a lovely, lovely village in Ayrshire. Was Auchinleck one of Rabbi Burns's haunts? I know that he was in Mauchline and Durbolton. Scotty, that was an Aberdeen accent. It was, Stephen, yes. Do you speak a Doric yourself, Stephen? Ken, I'm from Nairn. Nairn, the fastest town in Scotland. Nairn. You know, you come down the hill if you're going towards Inverness, and you have the lights there. Then you go up, and it used to be roadworks in Nairn, so it wasn't quite the fastest town in Scotland. But I believe that's all sorted. It's a lovely, lovely part of the world. See your river going out there. Is that the river name? What's your preference from the bakery, Scotty? Oh, Frank, you know me, a Scotch pie. There you are. Follow as soon as you can. The River Nairn, Stephen. Lovely part of the world. And of course, you get the Codder Castle again. But and Elgin, you're nae far for Elgin and Forrests. So that's bra. I'm going to Moy Game Fair today. It should be it'll be beautiful. It'll be absolutely outstanding. I'd be game for that. See what I just did there. I'm in Micklewartle, just outside Inverurie. The new bypass is handy. So Shane, I'll take you into Aberdeen if you're needing to go in, maybe to pay a bill or something. So there we go. I got drunk in the Cali in Inverness in the 70s. Have you been there, Scotty? Mr. Martin, what a silly question. I toured the UK for 4 years and taught 90,000 people music and drama. And I must have stayed in every hotel and guest house there is. Fantastic. Talk about living out a suitcase. Oh, this was like living in a suitcase. Thoughts on Irish independence. I was talking to somebody very senior who holds high office in Dublin. And they said, Scotty, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. So there you are. What's cooking good looking? Oh, I see what you just did there. You're very kind. Your preferred instrument to play at a party? I think probably the piano, depending on the party. Probably the piano. Yes, if they've got a pipe organ, if the hoose is muckle, and they've got a pipe organ, then I could give you a tune on that. If you look at your TikTok videos, guys, you'll see me on the pipe organ just the other day. I can highly recommend it. So there we are. Why did you get drunk, Mr. Martin? Was it so dull? Scotty, have you had any problems with the cycling championships going on? Well, just as long as I'm there riding two abreast, Frank. Again. So there you are. Why am I talking Doric to you, Frank? You're a Glasgow man, are you not? Follow us, guys, as soon as you can. Thank you very much. We need a few hundred followers ASAP. That's what I always say. Anyway, yes, that's what we always say. How are we doing for time? Oh, my goodness me. We've been up for 13 minutes already. Follow us as soon as you can. Everybody following. Oh, and can we tap? Now, I've had a look, and I've got 1,000 likes. Yes, 1,000% Glaswegian. So, Frank, you're a Ouija, Frank. Same as myself. Guys, if you can tap your phones. So, everybody take a phone and just go tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap. You'll not believe how quickly the likes will go up and people will know we're on and come and join us. That's the thing. And I think that's important. C'est très important en français. Now, don't forget 9 o'clock sharp tonight for the phone in. I nae bother, man. There you go. Meghan Markle, yay or nay? Well, I'm afraid it's a nay from me. I don't like women that cause trouble. So there you are. I like somebody with the manners and the respect. And when she was ripping the mince out of our dear late Queen, I thought, no, talking about not bowing and all. No. No. So it's a no from me. Hold it up. No. But there's probably a lot more to it. Are you considered a genius in France? Apparently so. Yes, I am a genius in France, a genius. But I can understand most accents from the UK, says Frank. Good one, Frank. Yes, how are you in Liverpool? How are you in Liverpool? Hey, I'll tell you about that, Frank. We love the bones of you. So there we go. I was drinking with a local and he kept putting a wee dram in my pint of heavy. Is that not spiking your drink, Mr. Martin? The morning, Scotty, from sunny Dunfermline, Sunday, fit like in Dunfermline, change it Inverkeithing. I do love Dunfermline, And of course, you're a city. How did you end up doing a radio show when Ned's phoned you up and screaming obscenities? Simon, I don't know. I suppose everybody has high points in their life and career, and this is one of them. The Ned's phoning up and screaming obscenities. And this is coming from a top newscaster on ITV. But there we are. You've made your bed. Wonderful. And we're going back on the radio soon. And of course, it's very lively when you think about it. I mean, come on, Simon. It's a lively show. And we're getting a lot of intelligent people starting to phone now. They're slowly waking up and coming out of their chrysalises and their cocoons, and they're coming and joining us live. 9 o'clock Saturday nights, 1 hour of superb scintillating information, education and entertainment for not just one nation, but for every nation under the sun who's on the internet. Somebody was saying, I was saying how only 2 billion people know Scottie McClue, and that means if there's 8 billion in the world, 6 billion don't yet know Scottie McClue or ken him. But somebody was saying the other day that that's one of the myths. There's not 8 billion people in the world. So maybe everybody in the world knows Scottie McClue. Will you be watching the footy, Scottie? When's it on, Daniel? I'll be there, Scottie. Simon? Yeah, I'll tell you, you should be there because it will be a cracker and it'll be big. And I'm talking big. There we are. Yes, it was his fault I got drunk. Absolutely, Mr. Martin. It's always somebody else's fault, isn't it? I had a guy one night, we were in the pub when I used to take a refreshment, and we were at the side, and I said, would you like another? And they went, can you tell my wife that it was you that suggested we have another? Because she'll not believe me. And I went, no, of course. It's, and I spoke to his wife the next day. I said, I kept him. She said, oh, that's right. It's never his fault, Scottie. 12:30 for Celtic, 5 o'clock for Rangers. So I take it Celtic and Rangers are no playing each other then. Or is that you trying to just have the Celtic? Sometimes you get that. I can remember hearing a story about somebody at the Turnstiles going into an old firm game, Celtic Rangers. And he said to the man at the Turnstiles, the guy said, that'll be whatever was the ticket. He says, can I just pay half price? And he said, well, why would you pay half price? He said, because as you can see, I've only got the one eye. So he said, oh, yes, that would be fair. Go on in, you go. So the next guy came up, he said, could I have half price? He said, do you only have one eye? He says, no, I have 2 eyes, but I just want to see the Rangers. Have you ever played rugby? And how, Josh? Have I played rugby? Oh, yes. Tight head prop, front row, down first. Boom! There we are. And then we used to not shave and give the other guy a bit of beardy. Dinky-Doo, Mr. McClue. Thank you, Crew Ghost Adventures. Dinky-Doo to you in Crew. I say Dinky-Doo to all of Crew. Love to the Rolls Royce. Scottie, good morning from Granite Falls in North Carolina. Jeff Sumter, what a privilege to have you live from Granite Falls in North Carolina. Could I be so brazen as to ask you the time in Granite Falls in North Carolina? That would be fantastic. I don't drink anymore. You can't drink when you have what I've got, Mr. Martin. Absolutely. You cannot. And you can't drink when you have what I've got. There we are. Nothing in the wallet. Fantastic. No, I have a wee condition as well that would preclude me from propping up the bar. 5:03 a.m. Scotty. Jeff, that's amazing. We are 10:03 a.m. You're exactly precisely 5 years behind us, or ahead us, as we say in Scotland. Do we say that in Scotland? No money, absolutely, Mr. Martin, no money. And of course, whiskey makes me cry. Just the price, the price. Now, what else have we got here? Kit from Kentucky, 99.7% British and Irish. Gibby James, we love you in Kentucky, bro. Fantastic. I'll maybe have a wee bit of chicken with you. Hi, Mason. Were you not big on the tobacco in Kentucky? The dark, sort of darkish tobacco, is that right? Dark blonde mix from Kentucky. Hi, this is Mason. Hi, Mason. DINKY-DOO, lovely to have you with us, and welcome. Please play something for us on the piano. Well, Shifu, I will do. If you look down your TikTok videos, you'll see me playing the piano. And how? So there we are. I'll give you a lovely Irish melody, and you'll see me playing the pipe organ, just purely for my own pleasure, maybe not for yours. Although all the TikTok videos are for your pleasure, I say to you. I've listened to you since the radio, then on Facebook, and now on TikTok. Keep it up, Sandy. You're very, very kind. Because sometimes when you're doing the social media, you think, is everybody watching here? But social media is very good for it. And the TikTok has told me that there's a great demand for Scottie McClue out there. And the reason we're not into the millions as yet, well, we are. 150 million people have seen my TikTok, but only 27,000 have followed me to date. So I would say, it should be compulsory to follow Scottie McClue if you're watching. It would be a nice thing to do. And it'd be a lovely thing to subscribe on the YouTube channel. If all of you went to the YouTube channel right now, you'd see me live on there as well. Amazing, isn't it? A trick of the trade. You're doing a smashing job, pal. Keep it up, like. I remember you on the radio talking about Christmas presents, always telling my kids they're only getting such and such. Crew Ghost, you're right. If you put into your YouTube channel, Scott FM, Christmas phone in, Scottie McClue, you'll get a smile. The wee ones all came on. It was the brainchild of, I think, one of the bosses at the station said, Scottie, what about a Santa phone in for the children tomorrow? So, of course, these wee souls were coming on and giving it, hello? I said, hello? An apple, an orange, and a pair of black plimsolls. That's what you should get your kids for Christmas. I mean, honestly, spending a year's salary on a computer game, encourage you where the wee was only going to thrash you at the game anyway. You know what I'm saying? Early morning, DINKY-DOO, Scottie McClue. Sure. How lovely to have you with us on the beautiful YouTube channel. We're also live on the TikTok, and we've only got 6 minutes left. We do need you back on air. I've never laughed so much when I listen to the show. Sunday, we'll get all the fun back. Because, as I say, my big boss said, he said, they'll all come back, Scotty. There's no worries about that. And I've been apologized to by some of the old bosses that made a big mistake in not keeping Scotty on the likes of Scott FM. So there were apologies, sorry about that. We did treat you very, very badly at the end, Anyway, but you see, the lovely thing is that doesn't bother me, because if somebody doesn't want you, then why would you go? You know what I'm saying? That's why Scott FM's not here now. I think, sadly, it is Sandy. I don't like to say that McClue was bigger than the station, but I think on that case, I think he was. Mhm. I think that's what anybody of wisdom would say. What's the strangest nickname you've ever been given, and how did you earn it? The strangest nickname I've ever been given, and how did I earn it? Kipper. Kipper. When I worked on the boats, because my father came from Tarbert in Argyll. And I talked about Tarbert and Ardrishig. And Ardrishig in Argyll was a great fishing port, as was Tarbert, TT on the boats, AG for Ardrishig. And my family had boats going away back hundreds of years. And they had one of the greatest herring smokeries in Ardrishig, Forsyth Hamilton. Wonderful, and a lovely man. Forsyth taught me in the Sunday school a Sunday morning. A lovely, lovely man, Forsyth Hamilton. And Hamilton's smokery in Ardrishig was one of the finest in the world. And when Prince Philip and I think Princess Anne and Prince Charles went through the Crinan Canal in the Bloodhound, Prince Philip had bought this big yacht from, I think she was built by Camper and Nicholson in 1936, and she was called the Bloodhound. Beautiful big sailing yacht. She had a blue hull at the time. And they were in the canal lock, and Forsyth shouted down, "Hang on there, I'm going to give you a box of kippers." And he gave him a box of Kipper's smoked Lochfine herring. Have you ever ate mud? Not voluntarily, Mr. RMC. Just when I'd been heavily tackled at the rugby. We maybe got a wee taste, but we didn't actually eat it. We didn't inhale or swallow it. Early morning, a dinky-doo, everybody. Lovely to have you with us. 2 more minutes of Scottie McClue, and then we have to go. Well, I stopped listening to it when they stopped. Do you know, the DJ that came on after me absolutely hated me. Now, there's nothing to hate about Scottie McClue, and people say there's everything to love. But 80,000 people put their radios off when the Scottie McClue show finished. So what did he think going on? Hi, everybody. There we are. Thanks to Scottie. Up the independent Royal Artillery. The British Army. You're a top army man. I salute you. Yes, I was one, Sandy, isn't it? And I'll tell you, the late Jack Mulroy and Ricky Fulton were 2 others, because they told me. Jack says, "Scotty, Mary and I listen to your show every day, son. It's brilliant. And see when you finish, we just put it off." And he told me that to my face. It was bigger than a knighthood, Jack Mulroy and Ricky Fulton. Childhood heroes, Francie and Josie. Ramsey Nisbet, yes, indeed, the wonderful Gregor Fisher. Fantastic. And Elaine C. Smith as Mary Doll. I did enjoy that, you know. Yes, wonderful. You see, talented actors. Very talented actors, guys. This was the whole secret behind Dad's Army. There's 2 ways you can do comedy. You can either get somebody who you know, perceive as a comedian for their track record in comedy, or you can get excellent actors to stick to a script, and you'll get superb comedy. And 2 examples of that were Steptoe and Son by Galton and Simpson, and Harry Corbett, see Harry H., and Wilfred Bramble, the father, Albert and Harold Steptoe and Son. and they stuck to that script, and they were funny. Dad's Army, incredibly funny. Never mind to do with the Second World War or the Home Guard or any of that. Just incredibly clever and funny, because you know these very talented actors. Arthur Lowe, Captain Mannering, Ian Lavender, Private Pike, Bill Pertwee, the Warden, John Laurie, Wilson, Arthur Wilson. Who else did we have in? Clive Dunn. Always late with the step. Who was he? Clive Dunn was Mr. Jones the Butcher. And many, many more. Arnold Ridley as Private Godfrey. Outstanding actor. Great playwright. Very brave man in the war, and in the First World War. I think Arthur was wounded. And that sort of thing. Steptoe was the best. John, absolutely. These were amazing programs. They really were. Morning, Scotty. I'm out with Fleabag up the Blackfoot Hill with the transmitter. Are you getting a good signal? Professor Numpty Heed. Guys, don't forget that tonight, 9 o'clock sharp, 1 hour of superb scintillating information, education, and entertainment. Scottie McClue's phone in. Right, what else have we got? Don't tell him, Pike. Once the war is over, we shall be coming for you. I shall take down the name. What is your name? Don't tell him, Pike. Oh, there we are, guys. Get sharing, get loving, get watching, get following. This is Scottie McClue saying dinky-doo to every single one of you. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Ba-ba. Ba-ba.